Hey guys, today we're going to do an upper body workout here at home. We had to get real creative on this. We like to lift weights, and not having that makes this a little bit more difficult, and us not having a lot of equipment at home, so we put together some makeshift stuff. We're going to do a circuit on camera, but there's a few other things we're going to do off camera, but I'll just show you something, especially since this is aimed for the ramp and the power up program. Programs are a little more, you know, you guys are still in the beginning stages. You won't need all of it, so we'll introduce it a little bit at a time. So the first thing we're going to do is pull-ups, and we have a pull-up bar, and hopefully some of you have one at home, but ours is blocked by a China hutch. So instead of moving everything and trying to rearrange the whole living room, we're going to use this tree branch right here. So what we're going to do is in our circuit, this is a little bit harder to grip than a bar, so we're only going to be doing 5. So we're going to come up with a pull-up. We're just going to do 5 pull-ups, and then we're going to move. Our next station is going to be to here. These are water containers come in these. A lot of times chemicals come in them like soap, but we got them because we take the bottoms off of them and we use them for composting bins. That's a whole different story, but we line the insides and we use them for composting bins. So we have a couple of them laying around that we haven't used yet, so we moved them over here. But I'm gonna show you before I do the dips, I'm gonna have Wynn demonstrate the modification to the pull-up. You can't do one. In our case, we took this piece of wood and just put it between these two. You might be able to take something like a good sturdy handle or some kind of metal pipe you may have and lay it across two of your chairs in your house, something like that. But she can't do enough pull-ups here for it to be beneficial, so she's going to do them here. Go ahead, Wynn, show them how to do it. She's going to come down and make sure it's stable, and then she's going to just pull up, and she as far as she takes her body down, she can adjust just like that. It's like the TRX bands that we do. That's good, Wynn. It's like the TRX band that we do at the gym. That's just a little lower than the TRX band. She can slide her feet back and forth to make it harder or easier. And I think Lily's gonna do some too. The next thing we do is the dips. We're gonna do body weight dips right here. This is a little bit awkward, but we'll make it work. So with a dip, it's under control. Body weight 90, back up, and we will do dips right here. Again, dips are hard, especially if you're early on, because it's complete body weight. At the gym, we would have equipment to cut our body weight for us to make it where you can progress up to being able to do the calisthenics versions of it with your body weight. Wynn's going to demonstrate. Actually, I'll demonstrate right here for you. If you can use 2 chairs, this is the modification. You sit right here. Make sure you loosen up really good. Do some arm circles, maybe walk for a few minutes, jog in place. Especially loosen your shoulders up. We're already warm. We've been working on the farm all morning, so I don't really need to worry about warming up. But you come here. Again, your feet are out, your feet are on the ground, and then you just come down, come back up. Everything under control, everything nice and smooth, just like that. All right, so we'll go from there to the dips. So we do the pull-ups, we'll go to the dips, and then we're gonna come over here, and we just happen to have some rocks. It's not the perfect weight ratio, so it's not perfect, but it'll work. It'll help us from losing, you know, some of the muscle mass we've created over the years while we're waiting on the gyms to open back up, or at least for it's safe to go to the gyms. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna treat it like a deadlift. We're gonna come down. It's not super heavy. We're still gonna lift with our legs. We're gonna bring it to our chest, and we're gonna go to a shoulder press. Come back down. We're gonna sit it down. We're gonna recover, and we're gonna do it again. Back up, back down. And that'll do a couple things for us. 1, it'll get our heart rate up. 2, it's give us a little bit of work on that lower back and the posterior chain, and it'll give our front delts a little bit of work when we're pushing up. Just something to get us moving. Then we're gonna come from here, and we're gonna go right back over here, and we're gonna do push-ups. We're gonna do the push-ups on the mats. Everyone, as far as push-ups go, I think everyone kind of understands how a push-up is, but when you do a push-up, make sure your back is straight. You push down, you push up. Push down, push up. If you can't do that, put your knees on the ground, push down, push up. If you can't do that for some reason, that's too hard for you. Maybe after a set or 2 it might be. Find you a chair, maybe 2 chairs like this. Get 2 chairs, go down and go up. If it's still too hard for you, find you a wall, push on a wall. Anything as long as you keep moving. Now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna put our feet up on here. Probably spin this around actually. Put our feet up on here and do some push-ups on here. That way we can hit a different spot of the chest. Shift it to the upper chest, lower chest, just move around a little bit. And that's pretty much it. We're gonna do this. We're probably gonna go through, we're planning on going through 4 times. If it's too easy, we might add a time. If it's too hard, we may take one away. We haven't done it yet. And what we're going to do is since it's so hard to grip some of this stuff, this is so wide, I can't get a really good grip on it. So we're probably going to do 5 there and 10 everywhere else. So that's it. We'll get started, and then when we're done with that, we're going to do an ab circuit.
Get on.
Quick, I forgot to add, we're going to do curls too. Do the best we can with the rocks. We'll go ahead and start round 3. That actually gets you a little bit winded. Finished the upper body circuit. We did four rounds. We also did a couple other tricep exercises we'll introduce you to in the next couple weeks. It was pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as the barbells and dumbbells, but we made do. Now we're going to move over here and we're going to do the ab workout. We did not post the ab workout from the other day. It just didn't turn out very well. The sun was so bright and it just didn't work out the way it wasn't worth putting online. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do an ab workout. We try to do abs really quick, fast. So we're going to do 3 exercises. We're going to do no break, and we're going to do 10 reps. Then we're going to do, well, actually, I'm telling you wrong. We're going to do 8 reps. We're going to go do here and do 30 seconds, and then we're going to go over there and do 15 reps. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you the exercise 1, and then Wynn's going to show you the modification to it. Actually, I'll just show you the modification while I'm hanging here. So this is going to be very difficult, especially when you first start doing abs. But the idea is, if you want to work the lower portion of your abdominal muscles, you need to move your legs. If you want to work the upper portion, your upper body moves, almost like a crunch. Well, what we're doing here is we're working the lower portion. I always try to work those first because they take the most amount of energy and the most amount of strength to do. So if this was at the gym, I may do this in a circuit some days. Some days I would do this individually by itself to really focus on the lower abdominal area. Also, your abs are hit every time you do like a deadlift, every time you do a squat. So you don't necessarily have to do direct ab work. It just helps with the core and the stabilization, the whole lower back, abs, the obliques, everything. But if you're doing deadlift, you're doing squats, you're hitting your core. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna hold, and this is the version you wanna do. You pull your feet up, touch the bar, come back down under control. That's 1. We'll do 8 of those. The modification for it would be just hang, pull your feet up. You can't even do that with some people. This is difficult if you haven't done it. Come up and just hold as long as you can like this. Come back down. Your grip might give out before your abdominal muscles do. And this is a little bit, not quite as narrow as a bar, so it's a little bit harder to hold on to. Second exercise we're going to do is the plank. I'll have Wynn demonstrate the plank. So the plank, her body's straight like a board. She's holding, she's bracing her abdominal area. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. And then she's going to come up. And then we're going to come here. And we're going to put our hands here. We're going to get our butt. This is more of a balancing act. And we're going to just push both of them together. Really squeezing the core. Coming up. Really squeezing the core. No more hanging, baby.